Hey guys, I am like literally the worst at the live stream software. It's just ridiculous. So we've got Manu Pandu, who first preview. Somehow Manu has got lightning hands and manages to be the first view on almost every video I've posted in the last 2 weeks. So Manu, shout out to you, man. Way to go. Let's see who else is is hanging out here. We got Rodolfo, Tea with Crypto. How are you? It's good to see you. Sean, GB, Sunnyside. Gary, how are you? Red Sox, it was your suggestion to have this live, so we all either have you to thank or blame. Depends on how you want to how you want to look at it. I'm tired of waiting. Swap. You want to see the swap? Tired of waiting. The stream's been going for 1 minute. I don't know if that's what you mean. So, JP's, how you doing? Ryan Kim, Chris Crypto, Harry, how are you? Daniel, all right. Getting a few people in here. I'm hoping this will work. I've got a way to display my phone. It will just be through basically a screen share, and then I use a separate app to hold it up or put it up on my screen. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. It won't be full screen. But anyway, Kyle M, hey, thank you. And Kyle, you're saying thank you, but I have to tell you, for whatever reason, for the last couple of days, maybe it's because I've been whiny or because you guys can see the stress on my face as I try to stay positive and try to create content that's real and that's not overly optimistic or I guess trying to overly play down the fact that it's been kind of rough with this Saitamask launch. But everybody has been so kind in the comments. It's been incredible. I just appreciate you guys and your support. Drew Reyes, how are you, man? Really, really good to see you. John Plummer, how are you? Hey, yeah, Matt Boswell. So the Australians seem to love it when I stream this time of day, which is almost the only time I can stream during the week. Oh my gosh. That's got to be my Schwambo. Has to be my brother-in-law with that Japanese comment. If that's you, give me some kind of thumbs up or something. Oh, what's behind me? Fingernail polish. Todd, yes, it's fingernail polish. So this is my wife's craft room. And basically, I've been stealing it now for several months. It makes her crazy. But my daughter also does, she also does nails. She's a high school girl. And during COVID, she started watching a bunch of YouTube videos. And after being locked down in the house for about 6 months, she got pretty dang good at it. So she's set up her own little shop in here, and all her high school friends come over and they do each other's nails. It's really cute. You'll see her actually here in a minute because she's in my background. I've got 3 boys and 1 girl. I just tell the boys, I'm sorry. You're not supposed to have favorite children, but for a dad, having a daughter is pretty amazing. So Nick J, yeah, I'll put this post up for a second. Yeah, fake Shiba swap site. There's so many things out there right now that people are doing to scam. As a matter of fact, even this morning when I posted that my Saitamask was up and working, the first thing that came in was a Saitama official support tweet that's like, let us know what your problems are and we'll help you immediately. And these types of Twitter scams I've been seeing for a long time. And if you've been around crypto for very long at all, you can recognize it as a scam because, they ask you for your seed phrase. And that's like rule number 1 is don't share your seed phrase with anybody. So it's one thing when you're linking to an exchange, I guess, or if you're trying to mirror your account to another wallet, because you can actually see your coins from multiple wallets. Even if you only have them linked to one, you can kind of share it across without sending coins from one place to another. So, yeah, nice to have Saitamask up and running. I'll tell you what, it was like seriously getting stressful. I have had people telling me that I'm like basically the yes man for the developing team, and that I'm also like lying to everybody. And I mean, we knew that the Saitamask app was real because I know people who were involved in the beta test, and I trust those people. And they told me that they had a good experience with it. And, just it's crazy what's going on. So, yeah, this one too. So today I actually sent a message to the real Saitama queen. Her name is Rhea, and she is part of the development team. She works as, like a communications person. And I just asked her, there's so many things now that say official Saitama. Maybe they could use the website and put links and just say on there, this pair of links, these are the only sources for official Saitama news. I'm not official Saitama news. I've actually never spoken to anybody on the development team with the exception of the real Saitama queen. And she and I did an AMA, but it's, it's a real problem in the crypto space. And I think it's one of the reasons, and I actually said this in a tweet tonight too, but the TARP project, the TARP token is a project with Matt Mortier and Justin with Just Moonshot. And those two guys have been around a long time, but the whole point of their project is to try to create an app that will allow you to import the address, or the token address, the contract address for a token, and have it analyzed to see how secure it is. And it's just, it's a shame what's going on with rug pulls. The Suzuki one was kind of shocking. There were a lot of people in the Saitama community that were big in Suzuki, including one of the developers, Aaron, I think, was the developer, but ended up getting scammed for like a lot of money, like $100,000 or something insane like that. So did I create 2 accounts with the same email? No, I created one account, and ever since I created that account, I was getting the flash crash where I would open it up and it would pop and then just go down. And then there for a while after they did the update, like 1.7 or 1.8, then I was getting 401 error. And after the 401 error, that's all really I got to. But I would try to resend codes or try to reset my password. That was one of the things that they mentioned you could do. And when I would try to reset the password, I would get a separate notification that, honestly, that's one thing. If they could fix it, there is a red field that will pop up, and then the writing is in pink. And I'm not colorblind, but I could not read that at all. It was really, I had to turn the brightness all the way up on my phone. And, I'm old, guys, to the point where, like, I mean, I wear glasses for distance vision. And then if I'm wearing them now, I can't read what you guys have because my near vision is getting worse. So if I'm corrected for distance, but that thing was a mess. And what it essentially was saying is, you don't have an account. We're not recognizing this as an account. So if you tried to recreate the same or another account using the same email, then it wasn't working. So I actually tried a second email, and that this one was on me. But when I tried to create one with the second email, I monitor all my email on my phone. And for some reason, I had updated my password to that email, and then I hadn't put it into my phone. So I was watching my phone, and the message never came through, and it was really frustrating. And I'm thinking, this just isn't working. Today I used a third email, got the app up and running, and then when I was at work today, I was working on another email for a business that we're working on bringing to town. They were setting us up with new emails for a franchise deal. And anyway, I found the other the messages that were going out. But today when I went to register a new email address, I'd seen a couple other people had done it that way. It was like literally instantaneous. I registered the new email address. It says, welcome to the Wolf Pack, get your code. I flipped over to my email. The code was already there. And then I put it in and it went really, really smoothly. So I'm going to check back on a couple of these. Yeah, Drew Reyes is saying he would create a new wallet with Saitamask. So people are asking, did I import my seed phrase from Coinbase wallet, or did I, do something new with Saitamask? I created a new wallet, and I mentioned this in my, maybe it was in a comment that somebody asked me earlier today, but I'm going to slow play doing a lot of transacting on Saitamask until I see that it's working well. And then I have my tokens. Most of my Saitama, I moved over into Ledger, which is a cold storage wallet or a hard wallet. Ledger Nano X is the one I have. And if everything is working well and I'm seeing that people are having some smooth transactions going there, then I will link that Ledger wallet if I want to trade. Like if you're buying Lily token, you're going to have to use Saitama to buy Lily. But I think my plan is to import some Ethereum into the wallet. As a matter of fact, I could try it tonight during this live stream, but I'm not 100% sure everything's switched on, but it doesn't cost a lot of money. I could try to send like $20 over to the wallet and we can see if it works. But yeah, I created a new wallet rather than importing my seed phrase just yet. And I'm not so much concerned about the security of that, but the more the functionality. Like I'm not going to go hard trying to do large transactions until I'm really confident in what's going on. Little Tyke just says, thanks for all you're doing. Here's a little something for your tarp bag. I am buying tarp with the proceeds that I'm receiving here in these super chats. And this right here, if you guys don't know, the 1969, the 69 is the meme number for the tarp community. They sell things in lots of 69. They're the 69 gang. So thank you, Little Tyke. And, shout out to the tarp project. I really do think from a utility standpoint, that's something that's needed. I don't know if people are going to flock to it, if it will be, how the thing is going to perform, but we have to create some kind of security for investors, or crypto is not going to succeed if people keep getting scammed. Okay. So other people able to get into Saitamask. Hungry and Humble says, use the same email. Oh, well, maybe I'll try my old login at another point in time. Gamith just says, love your work, brother. Always giving us the truth. Always diplomatic when things go wrong. Roughly, when do you think the hyperburn will occur? Have all the tokens been bought in the liquidity? So there are tokens locked in a liquidity pool. The hyperburn is they're essentially referring to when Saitamask goes live and people have to transact in Saitama to interact with the other tokens on Saitamask. We're expecting an increase in volume. And the more volume there is, the more tax there will be on that volume, and the burn should accelerate. Ironically, if the price stays down and the volume goes up, the burn will even go faster. If the price goes up, then the burn will be slowed down basically proportionately. It has to, if the price, sorry, this is a crazy explanation without numbers in front of me, but if the price and the volume go up proportionately together, the burn will stay flat. It will stay the same because it takes more money to buy more tokens to burn them. But if the price stays down and the volume goes up, you're buying the tokens at a lower price. So it will get interesting. I don't know. I did a video a while back on what would happen if Saitama had the volume of Shiba Inu, and the burn would have been crazy. Even if we looked at comparing our price or our market cap, because price and market cap go hand in hand, but it doesn't play out like dollar for dollar with every project. It depends how many tokens you have in circulation. So if our market cap was the same as Shiba Inu and our volume was the same as Shiba Inu, we would be burning like 35% of the supply a year. And this was back a couple of months. Their volume's come down a little since then, but so has their price. And the part that's rough for Shiba Inu, they're trying to find ways to burn their tokens, but Saitama has a built-in burn mechanism and it should go fairly well. All right, I'm going to try to move down here, and then in just a few minutes, we're 15 minutes in, we'll turn on the Saitamask. You guys, I don't have COVID, in case you're wondering, but I have a chronic sinus thing, and it's been like years and years and years of this. So, let's see. Your comparison, TARP and Saitama in the first 2 months was eye-opening. Imagine if TARP had 300,000 holders in 7 months. I'm going to try to mute those for you because it's horrible. I brought some water, actually, just in case. Okay, so this is one of the reasons I'm saying I'm slow playing this right now. But Ronnie says he created a new wallet, sent 150 in ETH, all went well, but now he can't see the ETH within Saitamask. Ronnie, can I ask you, were you ever able to see it in Saitamask? Was it there and then it disappeared, or did you just not see it populate? Drew Reyes, maybe if we go up in price, you can do what? I don't know. I'm not following that conversation. So, all right. 69 makes you a brown noser. You guys are horrible. Horrible. I don't know what to do with that TARP community. It's a pretty rowdy bunch over there, but their Discord actually is really informative and good. So somebody's saying there's a new update. Quinn saying there's a new update. So let's update before we show it. I can do that. Let me start that right now. Quinn, good call. I didn't know that. So yeah, 1.10.1. And then I'll probably get signed in. Let's see here. TARP is off the hook. You were born in 69. I'm a 72 person, West Coast crypto. Elnases. That's a beautiful name. I'm butchering. I would butcher it if I tried. Hey, Dean, thanks a lot for your videos. How stacking will work with the cold wallet? And would you do a video on how to set it up? Yeah. So really good question here with the staking from the cold wallet. My understanding on this one, and thank you for the super chat, is that you'll be able to connect your wallet to Saitamask. And when you do that, then you'll be able to stake your tokens. Now, when I staked with Shiba Inu, you connect your wallet the same way with Shiba Inu. My coins, my Shiba Inu was actually stored in my what is the name of the wallet? Why am I blanking out? Coinbase, in my Coinbase wallet. And then I linked my Coinbase wallet to the Shiba swap. And then when I staked it, I received back X SHIB tokens. So they kind of had a placeholder token while your other ones were locked in a liquidity pool. And then when you sold out, it basically converted the X SHIB back to Shiba Inu. And then you could sell it out or do whatever you wanted to do with it. I ended up selling some of mine on that one. How much of the Saitama reflections will you get on 1 billion Saitama with the 2% reflection each day? You're always talking about reflection, so I'm sure you'll be able to tell me. Yeah. So I actually could tell you more or less, right? If I were to, let me share my screen and I'm going to answer this. So hold your chats for just 1 second so I can pull this and show you. So you've got 1 billion. And I've been transparent about this, you guys. When I bought my tokens, they didn't cost tons and tons of money. And people sometimes will say you're like trying to flex because I'm showing my more or less what my wallet is. When I show my reflections, I don't have any desire to flex. And quite frankly, I'm not trying to be a big shot. When I started the channel, my total crypto investments were worth a couple $1,000s. And so now it's worth 5 times that or something, but which is nice. I'm not gonna, I mean, I'm happy with the bag that I have, but so here's the answer to your question. Okay. I have 560 billion. So you have 1 billion. So if we just did some math here, let's see. Let's see. 1,000. Oh, I'm going to have to put commas so I can keep placeholders here. There's 1 million. 1 billion. Okay. And I need to convert this so it's not a percent. Sorry, I shouldn't probably take a question this in depth on this type of a stream, but we're going to do it anyway because I got this far. Okay, there's a billion. So if we divide this by my token quantity, we come up with the percentage, and then we can multiply that by what I got in reflections today. So, and that needs to not be formatted as a percent also. So 57,000 tokens you would have received today on a billion. So you can kind of work the math from there. Just so you know. All right. So when the hyperburn starts. So we had that question earlier, and as soon as people start transacting on Saitama, the volume should go up, and the volume going up should cause more of a hyperburn, what people are calling a hyperburn. So, all right. Let me just make sure this is going to open because I did update the app, and then I'm going to pull it up and we'll go through it together. It did open. All right. So you guys have to know when I'm showing you the app, I won't be able to see the chat, and I don't have anybody helping me. So if you want to kind of hold on to your if you want to hold on to your questions for a minute, I'll check back and forth between what's going on here and what I'm seeing on the screen here. Unless I wonder if let me see what happens. I'm going to test something really quick and see if I watch this on YouTube, maybe I will be able to see my screen sharing. I've never pushed this button before. So give me just 1 second. All right. Come on, internet. Yeah. I just noticed I'm pulling a pretty sour face there, waiting for this to come up. Okay. No, it's going to do the thing where I get 2 of me with extra sound. So can't do that. All right, here we go. Let's push this. Let's push the screen and get this puppy rolling. All right. Okay. So this is my just my phone. You can see my Saitamask wallet there, and we're cracking it open now. I haven't done anything inside of this yet, but what I have noticed is, okay, like you can scroll side to side on this, but almost works better if you tap for me. So what they've got here is, essentially any coins that you want to track. So I'm going to pop one open and we'll just put in Bitcoin. And what I'm hoping to see is it populating prices. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to play out, but pretty simple to add tokens. Whatever they've got essentially loaded into the system already. So when the new tokens come online, we should be able to bring them in. Polkadot, okay? And then if we kick into those coins, again, I'm not really sure what to expect here. If it'll show us the ability to buy or to sell. I do know So I just pushed the button right next to the home screen. That's the little pie. This is going to give us, it looks like an overview of our assets. So it could show you what your portfolio would look like. Since there's no data to load, I don't know what's going to happen there. And it's probably going to keep circling the wagon on this one, trying to load data that doesn't exist. So I'm going to have to back out of this and hop back in. Let's see. I'm going to close the app down, restart it. All right. So the paw screen, if you pop that guy open, it looks like it gives you the option to receive cryptocurrency into your wallet, send crypto, swap, or buy. So that's cool. I'm guessing this guy here would show performance of crypto assets. That's the 3 bars, the little graph there. And probably the same thing is going to happen. I don't have any data to load because I don't have anything in my wallet. So I'm guessing it's going to keep spinning. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out and just reopen again. Okay, and then the settings here, I noticed earlier, it will allow you to change your password, turn off app notifications. You could reveal your mnemonic phrase. So if you didn't write your seed phrase down, as long as you were able to access inside of your Saitamask and you had the ability to put in your password, you should be able to change your or get your seed phrase back. But you do not want to ever lose your seed phrase, guys. I've seen this happen to people where they have quite a bit of coins in a wallet. They get logged out of the wallet. They can't remember their password. They don't have their seed phrase. And so they can't, even if they can restore the password or open a new account, they can't restore those. And as long as you have your seed phrase, you should be able to input that into any wallet and be able to see your tokens and interact with them. So in case you guys are unfamiliar, I'm going to pop back over so I can see what's going on in the chat. So, okay, now if people have questions here, I did update to the new version, Immortal. So if you just join, or if you're new to crypto, when you have a wallet like Coinbase Wallet or MetaMask or Trust Wallet, your coins are not actually stored inside that wallet. They're out on the blockchain. And what the wallet does is it creates a link between you and the blockchain and acts as an interface so you can interact with your tokens. And so I don't know. It's it's just something that you got to kind of get accustomed to. But if you have that mnemonic phrase, you can import that into any wallet and access your coins through that wallet as an interface, if you will. All right, so let me see here. I've got some people talking about what their experience with Saitamask is. Drew's saying Android is not working. That was edited for young audiences, I guess. Update. When I put my Saitamask address into Etherscan, it shows the ETH, so it is still there, just not seeing it on Saitamask. Yeah, it should be there. Once it's associated to a wallet, it should be there. And I've actually got wallets where the wallet doesn't support my tokens. So it could be that maybe they haven't flipped the switch that tells the wallet to start reflecting what's on the blockchain. I don't really know. I'm kind of interested now that they've got most of us going and they've got the app where more people can download it. I'm curious to see what the update's going to be from the development team in terms of when are they going to turn this thing on? When are they going to start loading tokens? And I don't want them to do it. Man, whatever they do, I hope they don't do it until they have 100% confidence that it's going to smoothly work for people. When Shiba Swap launched, I was new to cryptocurrency, but I had bought Shiba and I was waiting for the swap because I wanted to stake it. And when Shiba Swap launched, they had 10x rewards. So you could get big time reflections or staking rewards. Supposedly, I was actually really uninspired by Shiba's staking rewards. I had my stuff staked for months, 4 or 5 months, and really the amount of tokens I got back from it was not very impressive. So anyway, when Shiba Swap came up, I was trying to swap tokens, and I didn't understand that in some cases you may need to change the slippage, and so my transactions kept failing. And what I didn't realize at the time, but started to realize after 2 or 3 pulls of the lever to try to get it to go through, is that I was losing about $70 in gas fees every time the transaction failed. So it was really frustrating. And I just want to make sure we don't deal with that kind of stuff. I want good advice from the development team. So Robert's saying his crashes when it's opened. That's how mine worked too, Robert. I deleted it and I started a brand new account with a different email, and now everything is working smoothly. I wish I could use my original email because it's my Saitama email, the one I created for my crypto content, and I just would like to use that one, have it all in the same place. Somebody put $800 in Doge at 303. Hopefully, let's see. Thanks to my coworker, but everyone else thought they were. Yeah, hopefully you kept that, John. I had some at 0.08 cents, and it I sold it. I made like 10-20% on it, and I was like, yes, I made 20% in 2 days. Okay, how do I get diamond status? Nice. Schwambo is there. Schwambo's dropping the inside jokes pretty hard right now, and I know who Schwambo is. So Schwambo, thanks for revealing, and keep it PG-13. All right, Drew Reyes. Yeah, Drew, I don't know why yours is crashing with Android. I don't know if you could try to re-register with a different address. Bree, how are you doing? Transfer anything, but still nothing to turn on the test net. Trying to scan as many of these as I can, you guys. Bree, you're the bomb. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, so Bree lost a lot of ETH on the failed Shiba swap transactions. It was so frustrating, you guys, because when you're doing something intentionally to try to make money and you're just losing it for stupid reasons. I mean, it would be one thing if the coin price went down and you lost it in the market, but it's like playing some kind of a game where you put $5 in somebody's hand and they just put it in their pocket and say thank you and put their hand out, and you put another, and they keep going, and you're expecting that you're going to get something in return, and it just never happens. It was very, very frustrating. Okay, so Dave said he tried that, didn't work. Trying a new one. I don't know. I'm assuming I just kicked the seat drop. There we go. I'm assuming that they'll get something going here pretty soon. Okay, how do you create a new email if it crashes as soon as you try to open it? Yeah, mine was at least open to the point where I could try to log in, when I was having that problem. And now, originally, that's what I was having. I was calling it the flash crash, where it would just and go down. So that's a question that's definitely frequently asked, really close to when are you going to fix the wolf tail? A bunch of people are totally ticked off about the wolf tail for some reason. It's not bushy enough. It's too delicate, thin. How about a wrench? Yeah, to be able to drop wrenches, I have to kick out into. I have to be able to kick out into YouTube to distribute the wrenches. I don't know how to do it directly out of here. So, just keep the comments kind, and try not to spam too much, you guys. It does get frustrating for people who are trying to get their questions through. Yeah, Robert Schaefer, holy cow. There is a wear spot on my phone from where I've deleted the app over and over and over. And the Apple App Store has to think like I'm totally insane because I've literally tried to do it. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. If I said 40 times that would not even be close to an exaggeration. So, um, Preston, how are you doing? Thanks for checking in. All right, I'm going to turn this back on again. There's a few new people that have come in, and we'll try to look at a couple more of the features of the Saitamask wallet here, and then we'll get back in and look at a few more questions. So hopefully you guys are able to see this. Let me bounce back in. Going to drop to the home button. All right, the only thing I really haven't explored is the 3 bars up in the upper right. I do love that my wallet address ends in the word bed. I don't know what that's about, but one bed. That's probably where I should be heading right about now. But I like being awake. All right. So I just pushed the 3 lines button up in the upper right, and it looks like this is a menu for the wallet, Saita Market. So when I try to click on those things below, the Saita Market, the Saita NFT Maker, Saita Edutainment, it's not, those links are not working. They're dead for right now. Now you can see at the bottom of there where you have the ability to import an account. So there's where I could name that wallet. So I can have multiple wallets linked to Saitamask, it would appear. And I'm not going to try to do this right now because, oh, there's the tail. There's the wolf tail. Yeah, people are losing it over the wolf. It isn't a very attractive wolf, if I'm honest. I mean, I don't know. That looks like maybe hopefully version 2.0. A little update there, upgrade. So in the 3 bars, yeah, you can pick from which wallet you're going to transact in, import a wallet, or you could create a new account. It would be interesting to have multiple accounts in the same server. Like, you can do this with other wallets, but it's not very intuitive. I have thought of things like, I have a granddaughter who's 2.5, and I even thought about starting a whole program around this where people could do their mini stackers and your mini Saitama stackers and create a wallet for a child or a grandchild, because they are the ultimate hodlers, right? My 2.5-year-old granddaughter isn't going to sell out of her account over fear or uncertainty. And I thought, if I put in a couple $100, maybe by the time she turns 18, she would be, she'd be, rich enough that she could go to college, or she could decide to not go if she wanted to. I was going to see if in my Saitama folder, I actually even created at one point in time, it's got to be in here, I had created some logos and things to do merch with the mini Saitama stackers, or the short stacks, we're going to call it. My daughter right here actually helped me put all that stuff together. So maybe someday we'll roll that out. I don't know. All right, I'm going to close that down. If I click on the Saitamask link in the upper left, nothing's happening. If I click on the wolf in the middle, it looks like it takes us to the settings again. And I do know from here, if I click on it, you can put your picture in there. You can, put whatever icon you want to have in your Saitamask. So, I mean, that looks like it for the most part, you guys. Like I say, I could try to transfer some ETH in, but for people who've worked with multiple wallets, transfer from wallet to wallet, it isn't as instantaneous as you would like it to be. It can be a bit, of a wait between things coming in. And so I don't think I'll worry about it for this particular venue. But you can see here, guys, I mean, things are moving through. It's looking pretty smooth. To add a token or a coin to this is as easy as pushing the button. And I'm looking for one that I'm actually, none of the coins that are coming to Saitamask have been populated in yet that I can see. The sandbox is there. I thought about the sandbox for a while with the whole metaverse. I haven't gotten too involved in that still, but someday, maybe. So yeah, I'm liking it, guys. I mean, to me, it's just a beautiful design. if I were to compare this, so let's just go out and compare to like a Coinbase wallet. You know, what does this have? All it has is coins, you know, and really basic, you know, your ability to go out and connect to a swap. There's no reporting on this. You can't look at performance of your stuff. You can see I've got some Kleekai there. That's been good. There's some Mononoke that I've never been able to sell because the gas fees are worse than what my actual wallet is worth. So, and then I've of course got the same one. So somebody asked earlier about swap tokens. So you can see here, I I staked Leash, I staked Bone, and I staked Shib on Shiba Swap. And what they gave me are these X Leash, X Shib, and the one I like the best is that T-Bone staked. I still have some Bone staked on Shiba Swap. You can see there. But anyway, to me, compared to this type of a wallet, or, you know, I've got Trust Wallet as well. I'm showing a lot of stuff here. I don't know if you guys want to see, but, you know, Trust Wallet, it looks just like Coinbase Wallet. There's no analytics. There's no really, I mean, you could store NFTs in it, but it's really just a place to see what you've got in your wallet. It's not very interactive. So I'll give it up to the developers on the look of this. Oh, look. So here's our analytics already starting in here at the bottom. I didn't know that you could scroll up. So once you're inside a token, you can scroll up and get charts for that. They're all going to look pretty sad. And of course, Saitama got front and center on this. So there's your 1 month chart for Saitama. If we keep scrolling down, you can see the performance 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 30 days. That 1 week one's looking a little better from when I did my content tonight. That was at 40%. So I'm going to pop back over now into the chat, guys. If you've been asking questions, I can't see them because when I show my screen like that, it takes away the software. You have to have 2 monitors to be able to do that, and I'm just not that fancy yet. All right, still getting the 401 error. I had that too. My solution to the 401 error was to delete the app and open a new account with a different email. So I don't know what your solution is. All right, thank you guys so much for holding your questions during that. I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, former Marine still getting the 401. If you guys haven't seen it yet, there is a new update out for the App Store. Somebody just told me about it on the stream, and we updated it. Randolph, you send a test to Saitamask, but it doesn't show. Like a test token, you shot a little bit of ETH or something over there, Randolph, I'm guessing. And guys, that's a great idea, by the way. Okay. If you're going to start moving money over into Saitamask, or you're going to try to buy some tokens with Saitamask, do the first transaction small if you can. Especially, it's cheap to send things back and forth. Like if I'm buying some Ethereum in my Coinbase wallet and I want to send it over there, don't send it all in one shot. Send $10 and then wait till it populates. And once you see, okay, it's working, I definitely have the right wallet address, then you can move more over. When will Saitamask go live for trading? This is a really good question. So QSA Mullen, beautiful picture there. I don't know. I don't know. Now, I actually mentioned real early in this stream that now that people are able to get this going, now I'm really curious to see what the development team does with communication, because they should be making announcements as to when coins are going to go live on there and when Lily Token Project will start. Dennis Allen, I'm going to pull you up because Dennis is the man. Dennis has been watching my content and is so kind, you guys. Almost every day he leaves positive comments for me. And for people like me who are, kind of like emotionally rewarded, I value friendship and I value kindness over money, and so it means a lot. Dennis and I also share the same birthday or within a day of each other, so he's the man. Thanks, Dennis, for jumping on the stream tonight. All right, I'm going to try to scroll through this and see if I can pick up any more questions. Real market data is off. That's why it's slow. So when will we be listed on remaining exchanges? Prince Harry, great question. Okay. There are a lot of people that say, you know, when Saitamask comes out, we won't even need the other exchanges. And to a certain extent, it's true. We don't need them, but we want them. Okay. The more people that can interact with Saitama, the more volume you can drive, the better it's going to be. Let me share my screen and just show you really quick why I think this is extraordinarily important. Okay. I'm going to pop out to crypto. This is a CoinGecko, and we'll open up Shiba Inu. Now, the reason I concentrate on Doge and Shiba Inu is because they are community tokens. These are similar projects to what Saitama is, where they started, you know, Doge definitely started as a total joke. They call them meme coins. And then Shiba was one of kind of the first community meme coins. And then there's been literally 6,000 copycats ever since. And Saitama came out of that realm where we kind of followed behind Shiba Inu. It was called Saitama Inu when it started. They dropped the Inu at a certain point. But look at their volume here. Dogecoin's volume is 1.5 billion. That is 500 million more than our market cap. Their volume is more than our market cap. We want that kind of volume. Volume is going to be the key to driving the burn, driving reflections, and ultimately really burning some zeros and moving this thing up to where those of us who are investing now, these early investors, which we all are at this point, could see some really massive gains. So this kind of volume against that kind of market cap, SHIB's got, you know, a $11 billion market cap. This would be good for us, in my opinion. Okay. I love Saitamask. I'm going to use Saitamask, but we want the whole world to interact with it. So the more exchanges, the merrier, in my humblest of opinions. All right. I'm going to jump back in here and see what else is going on. How much more can we take of this weight? Well, if you're referring to launch Saitamask and get it going, it has been a grueling wait. I cannot imagine, honestly, being Max in this situation. I really think they felt like they had it. They felt like it was going to launch, that there would be a couple of hiccups, but they could work through those. And I mean, he does point of sale systems for his business. You'd have to have reliable systems to do point of sales, because no one's going to stand for that. You know, everybody uses digital money now. I don't know too many people who carry around cash to pay for things. So if you're running a business and your job is to create software for point of sales, you're not going to have any clients after 10 minutes if people can't transact. So I think they thought they had this one. It must have been brutal. It was brutal for us as a community. We've taken a ton of abuse. There were people like kind of reveling in the failure. And then after now pushing on 3 weeks, a lot of the community has turned, you know, a lot of people sold, a lot of people lost faith. And so I think it's, you know, it's one of those things where we've waited this long, waiting a few more days for them to flip the switch. And trust me when I say, if they flip the switch and we have the kind of problems that they've had just getting the app launched, the project could be in serious peril, in my opinion. So when will Saitama reach 1 cent? Prince Harry, you're spamming pretty hard on this stuff, but quite frankly, I don't think it's going to be at 1 cent until the supply burns down to very low. It would take years, in my opinion. I do have some videos about that. You notice you'll never see a thumbnail for my videos that says Saitama to 1 cent or Saitama to $1. that's a long, long, long way off. And I've always said, why does it need to be a cent? You know, it's 7 zeros right now. What if it was 5 zeros? That's 100x your money. So if you put in $100, 10x would be 1,000. 100x would be $10,000. $100 to 10,000 at 5 zeros. We don't need it to be a penny right now. It's just people kind of get hung up on that. That was a huge, huge deal in the Shiba Inu community. When Lambo, when 1 cent, you know, it's just we just need to be patient. Okay, so people talking gas fees. Can you add funds to Saitamask with PayPal? I haven't seen that. I do know they're trying to integrate Google Payments and Apple Pay, but I haven't seen it. It's not in the app currently. So I would think that would be potentially coming. They're also talking about being able to buy tokens directly with a card, which would make it so easy for new investors. Right now, you guys know if you're investing, it can be a little complicated. You have to use some type of a third-party system to transfer money into your wallet, and then you end up having to try to buy, you know, ETH that comes in, and it's just, and then you got to swap the ETH for something else that you're really trying to get to. Seriously a pain. Okay. So somebody, Randolph, you're talking about actually sending coins. Yeah. If you're going to do that, Randolph is doing it the right way, which is do not send your whole entire wallet. But what I'm going to do, Randolph, this really is a good, valid question. I even thought about trying to send some ETH from my Ledger wallet into, or my Trust wallet, whichever one, into Saitamask. But I think I'm just going to hold off until we get an official word from the developers. My sense, though, is, Randolph, if you sent this, you should be able to look at the Ether scan for that transaction. It should have a tag with the Ether scan, and it should show failed or success. If it failed, you may have lost some gas fees, but the gas fees to transfer are pretty small. If you're sending, though, you are going to pay a fee. When, like, for instance, when I transferred my coins from Coinbase into my Ledger wallet, they treat that as a sell. Okay. The receiving wallet is like a buyer and the sending wallet is like a seller because the address is changing. So I did pay a 2% fee as part of the tax. So I lost 2% of my coins in that transaction. That's why a lot of people, instead of transferring their coins to Saitamask, are going to be linking their wallet instead. And you would have to import your seed phrase to do that. Some people don't feel comfortable with that, but I've heard an explanation of how it works. And to me, it seems secure. But if you'd rather spend the 2%, you can do that too. Or find another way, buy tokens into your wallet. You can do it lots of different ways. Okay, so here's a comment from Omar. He just says, I already put my seed phrase into Saitamask and no problems with the new wallet and transfers from old wallet. There will be gas fees. Okay, so good to know. And yeah, and Randolph, if that Etherscan ticket came back and said it was approved or that it says success, they're in the wallet. They'll be on the blockchain, but I'm guessing that there's an issue with the interface between Saitamask and showing that for now. And it might just be a switch, literally, that they have to flip on because they don't want people trying to transact in the wallet before it's ready to go. That's a guess. I don't speak for the development team. Is there still a Saitama AMA Friday this week with Russ and Max? I bet you there will be, and I bet you they'll be happy to do it because the last 2 AMAs have been painful to watch. They look like they're in physical pain because they're taking so much hate. And this last AMA, I was watching the comments and they were coming in. There's no, like, Christine on her best day couldn't have even come close to keeping up with just the questions, where's Steve at Rocket Crypto? But people just saying, like, get it together, get your shiz together, get it done. So I'm guessing, yes, there'll be a Friday AMA. I also heard Scott Herman say that Russell has agreed to do an AMA with him. So it's all good there. All right, I'm going to try to scroll through some of these. I don't know how far behind I am. I'm about 7 minutes behind on these. Can we burn a 0? Oh yeah, before we can burn a 0, we need the app to work first. I believe that's true. I believe that's very true, because I think a lot of us are not going to start transacting until we see the wallet working. You look at what's going on with the volume. I talked about this in my video today, but I'll show you because it's easy to do and I've already got it pulled up here. But if we look at the volume for the last 5 days, look what's happening here. So we go from 31 million, 22, 17, 15, 15, 9. The volume is going down because I believe people are waiting to use Saitamask. I don't want to go put more money into, and a lot of people should be buying the dip right now. If you believe in the project and you're trying to increase your position, I mean, this is the lowest price that we've seen since before the November event. But yeah, that volume to me, it just says people are waiting for the Saitamask wallet. They just don't really want to they don't really want to transact. Sorry, I need to bounce back into the stream here. All right. Back into the questions here for a few more minutes. Any idea what Lily will be worth? I don't know, Gary, but I have thought about that, and it is kind of an interesting mental exercise. Lily is going to be paired with Saitama. So to buy Lily, you're going to have to use Saitama. And 3 weeks ago, Saitama was worth twice what it's worth now. So would you have gotten twice as many Lily tokens, or will the price rollout be scaled to what the current value is? It's going to be some type of a X amount of Saitama for Y amount of Lily. I don't really know. So Lehman, this is a fair statement here. If this thing pumps, people will probably take some profits. I don't know. I've thought through this exercise myself. I mean, I could take profits right now because I'm still in a profitable position. I bought my tokens back in August, but I believe in the long term of the project. Maybe take some profits, but I want to see where this thing goes. There've been some people showing charts on Twitter of what would have happened, like people who invested in Shiba Inu, like right after the launch of Shiba Inu. If they would have put in $100, 2 months later, it would have been worth $1. So they would have lost like 99%. And then the thing just blew up. And today it would be worth, it was like 40 million, something crazy. So, yeah, thinking long term, that's what I just said. Let's see. Dave is throwing shade pretty hard. So, am I stalking you, Omar? I don't think so. I don't have time, honestly. There are people in the world I would love to follow around and see what they're doing, but if you guys could see my actual life right now, there's so much crazy going on, but it's all good crazy. It's just a lot of stuff. Still doesn't work on the new 13 Pro Max. I can't answer that one, Noah. Mine is like a 12 Pro, and to me, it's working swimmingly. But did you see, Noah, that there is a brand new update just in like the last few hours? It wasn't there this morning. It's definitely there now. Now Lehman is the throwing shade too. That's fine. You guys, freedom of speech. If Christine were here though, she'd have you guys out. All right. I'm just going to look through a few more here, guys. We are coming up on 1 hour. So several people have said this. You guys, there are people so much better suited for the Saitama development team. There are people who have really put in time and invested of themselves. Vern, who I really like in the Saitama community, is just a really good guy. Saitama Vern. He put up a poll today on Twitter that said, who should join the development team to replace Steve? And it was Michael Thompson or MT, M. Thompson. So same answer for both. Michael Thompson would be great. I don't know that they necessarily need another developer. at this deep into the project, they might realize that some of the initial positions that they had set up and kind of how they had broken out some of the division of duties, maybe they can repurpose some of those people to other things. Like Nam, for instance, Nam Tran. I haven't seen much from him lately since the November launch party, and I'd be curious to see what they're what they're going to do with him or what he's up to. There's other things that I'd like to see some updates to also, like Willie D is not part of the development team, but he is an influencer that they hired or at least contracted to head up the NFTs. And he probably hasn't been able to do too much with it. I mean, he might have some things in place, but we haven't really had any updates as to how successful it's been. It was a huge deal too. It was like he could have earned upwards of like $50 million depending on his success. But as a salesperson, if he doesn't get anything done, then the contract is basically worthless. I did sales for a long time, and everybody always says, oh yeah, this is a great job. It's got unlimited earning potential. Well, it also has unlimited, potential to receive zero income when you're fully working on commission, which I have done. Yeah, chief accounts officer. Nam was like the finance guy for this. I just like to see what he's doing and what's going on. Yeah, I haven't actually seen much from Nam. Somebody's saying that he posts a lot of hype. I don't know. I think I'm following him. I try to follow all the developers. So, all right, guys, we're right at an hour. I could do a couple more questions if anybody wants to do them. And otherwise, we'll probably shut her down for tonight. But just my initial impression so far with Saitamask, I think the app looks really nice. I think that the flow of it is good. I think that the capability for us to be able to see inside, like even just to see the chart for something in your wallet, what the 1 day, 7 day, 30-day returns are without having to go out to CoinGecko or go out to CoinMarketCap for those. You can't do that in any of the other wallets that I have right now. And they seem like fundamental things. If anybody has a Robinhood account, that's what crypto wallets should look like. You should be able to do analysis. You should be able to look at light coins. You should be able to compare and contrast different things and then create a portfolio of ones that you're following that you're not investing in. So, awesome. Yeah. Love to do this sometime, Schwambo. Get together, play some cards, maybe just have a chat. I'd be all for it. Randolph, thank you very much for the super chat. There was another one that I missed. Pure Blood, thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate you coming and joining me for this. I always do these on short notice. And it's just, it's a pleasure, you guys. The community is amazing. I really appreciate what you guys give back to the community. And we have to remember this is a community project, meaning there are developers, but the truth is they do not own the token. They own Saitama LLC. That's a company, but the company doesn't own the token. The tokens are owned by us. They're owned by the investors. So yes, we're relying on the development team to bring innovation. We're relying on them to, try to drive the project forward and give it utility, but we can do our part too. And the easiest way to do it, quite frankly, if you're not wanting to create token or content, if you don't want to create content, is to talk to people about it. Hey, are you interested in crypto? Do you invest in crypto? Here's a couple of different projects. You don't even have to say, you should look into this. You should put your money in. Be careful you don't give financial advice, and be very careful with people close to you, people that you work with, your family. Make sure they understand the risks associated and that you're not giving them financial advice. But really, I think the easiest way to be involved as a community is to participate in like the Discord or on Twitter, to be retweeting this stuff, making comments the way all of these social media platforms work, including YouTube, is if you like the video, if you comment on the video, the more interactions people have with the videos, the more the YouTube algorithm says, this is getting a lot of attention, so we're going to push it to more people. And they want to do that because the more views a video gets, the more ad revenue YouTube gets. So the creators are able to get some ad revenues, but YouTube also gets a portion of that. So they push content that's popular. So the best way to help is if you have a favorite person, like their stuff, subscribe to their stuff. Even if you don't check in with the content every day, that subscriptions rising is another marker inside the algorithm. But on Twitter, you can retweet, you can comment. So it's just a way everybody can help out. All right, guys. I think I'm going to shut this one down for the night, but I really appreciate you jumping on with me. I like to play cards or just chat with any of you. That's another inside joke. That person is a family member of mine, and they're having a good time. They should probably be getting some sleep. Got to get up early, get to work. So, guys, I appreciate you very much. Have an amazing night. Check back with me soon. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together. Schwambo.